Hello, my name is Michael Thomas. I'm a board member with the Central Illinois Customer Service Association.
And Aaron Rayberg, I am a speaker agent for Capital City Speakers Bureau. Michael, thanks for having me today.
Aaron, thank you so much for your time this morning and your membership. If you could, would you share with the audience a little bit about Capital City?
So Capital City Speakers Bureau, we help firms and trade associations locate and hire keynote speakers for their annual meetings, conferences, and their corporate events. Typically, I work with meeting planners, CEOs, and executives and help them every step of the way, from finding and locating keynote speakers to helping with their logistics and making sure their event goes off without a hitch, and then collecting feedback at the end.
Yeah, well, Aaron, with Silsa, you've been a great partner for us and have just delivered high-level speakers and been super easy to work with. So we always value and appreciate the time and effort you put in selecting speakers for us and helping us make a decision. And like you said, it always, you guys are always there every step of the way to make sure the process and progress is going well. So we appreciate that.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that. And I should have mentioned that we do business with clients all over the United States, but some of my favorite to work with are right here in Springfield, Illinois. And it really is fun to give back. So.
Absolutely. Well, Aaron, how did you guys hear about Silsa and what made you decide to become a member?
Well, Michael, funny story. So Mike Clem is the founder of Capital City Speakers Bureau, and he started the company 30 years ago. They began by booking low-dollar trainers that would go out to local companies and provide trainings. And it has snowballed into this keynote speaking landscape and marketplace that never once existed. So, of course, Mike has a lot of connections in the Springfield area. Our relationship with Silsa actually started as more of a business relationship. We were contacted by some of the members of the board to help with keynote speaker selection for some of your guys' breakfast meetings, in the hope that we could provide some great options around the topics of customer service, customer experience, try to get as many people from the community excited and attending those events as possible. And so after I got to know the team a little bit and understood your mission of making Springfield the friendliest city in Illinois, I mean, we all go to the same restaurants, we go to the same hotels, hospitals, and just thought that, gosh, why not help give back to such a great mission, because we're living in the same community.
I love that, Aaron. Yeah, like I said, we can't say enough great things about the partnership and how easy it's been to work with you guys. So we certainly value that. Aaron, how would you say you and your team deliver customer service as an organization?
Our customer service strategy, we are a personal guide for meeting planners, and we help guide them and lead them through every step of the process when it comes to booking a keynote speaker. It starts at the beginning when a meeting planner might need recommendations or a short list of ideas, or possibly they're trying to get in touch with a celebrity and they just can't figure out how to contact that person. That's where we step in and we help them out. And once a speaker is selected, we stay with them every step of the journey, and we help the speaker craft their messaging and their branding to make sure that the content that they talk about is in line with what the desired outcomes are of the event. So that's really important to get that right. We also have a dedicated team member that helps with all the logistics, and that includes booking air travel, car service, basically anything you need to get the speaker from point A to point B to make sure that he or she is there on the event day. And then once the event goes off without a hitch and the speech is over, we help collect feedback both from the speaker and the meeting planner to make sure that the desired outcomes were hit, and to find out how we can improve and get better.
Wow, that's
so great. I think really the three things that I try to do every single day are: number one, eliminate barriers and remove problems for meeting planners. Number two, lower the risk of booking a speaker, because it is risky, and if it doesn't go well, it's a bad look and it could potentially cost someone their job. So lower the risk. And then number three, I really just want to be right there in the same shoes, understanding the culture of the team that I'm working with. We really need to be like a chameleon, working with one agency one day, another firm another day. So those are kind of like the three things. And if we do all those things really well, hopefully people come back and give us more opportunities in the future.
Absolutely. I think all those things are vitally important. And you guys do a great job from our experience. I think I know the answer, but Aaron, what would you say is your greatest customer service strength as an organization?
You think you know the answer? I would say our greatest strength is our size. We are a small business. We're super nimble. The ability to just stop on one project and immediately pivot whenever a problem or a fire arises. I think that's something that customers really appreciate. Sometimes, if you've ever worked with a large company before, it doesn't matter if it's this industry or whatever, a lot of questions need to be asked and a lot of different red tape needs to be jumped through, approval processes in order to get things done. And because there just aren't that many people on our team, we're able to do those things very quickly. So the personal attention that we're able to give, anytime a meeting planner is working with me, I want them to think that I'm a part of their team. I'm with their company, and they don't need to know about the 30 other events I'm trying to juggle. They need to know that I'm there and present right now. So just that ability to be nimble and really focus in, I think, is our big advantage.
Yeah, no, I love that. You
What did
covered
you
it.
think the answer was going to be?
Yeah, I was going to just say the way you guys are able to cultivate and maintain the relationships, which, I know separates you. It's always refreshing to know that the mission and the vision that we're trying to cast as an organization, and you're able to cater to that and customize our speaker selection around that. So we really appreciate that, Aaron, from you guys. So
Yeah, and that doesn't happen from day one. I mean, that is truly a relationship building process. And I do find myself making mistakes early in the process with new companies and new clients that I work with. I think I've got them figured out, but oh no, there's a subtle nuance here, or there's language that shouldn't be used, or the political leaning is not quite what I thought it was going to be. And those are all things that, you can afford to slip up once or twice, but if you do it again, you're going to lose trust.
sure, absolutely. How do you attract talent and keep them motivated and engaged in this current environment we're all dealing with?
Now, isn't that the $1,000,000 question? It is our number one requested topic, and I'm by no means an expert on it, but I do know that Fortune 500 companies and associations all around the country are trying to solve one problem right now, and that is, the fight for talent and the race for talent. So here's my take on it. Thankfully, we're a small business and we don't need to hire every day, every month, sometimes not even every year. But I've found success in the past on the ability to really tell our story and get people excited for the cool parts of this job. So inherently, it's kind of cool to be able to meet celebrities, sport personalities, have access to some of those people. And I think some people find that unique, and that doesn't come with every job out there. So that's kind of a fun thing that I can share, but it's also important to be transparent and talk about what are some of the challenges of the job. What does a really bad day or bad week look like? And whenever I engage someone in the recruiting process or trying to attract new talent and help us grow, I'm always very forward about that, because I want them to know that, yes, it's kind of cool to do these things, but at the same time, there are some challenges and some drawbacks. So the number one thing, besides just telling your story and getting people excited about it, for me, is be a great boss. I'm always trying to learn and refine my leadership. My leadership journey has been interesting. I've had 100 direct reports before. I've been a sole contributor where I've just been in sales, and now I'm leading a small team. And all of those is kind of, I've changed the way that I viewed leadership, and I'm much more hands off right now, trying to give a lot of authority and autonomy and decision making to my team members, because I'm really busy and I can't be hovering over them. So I really try to be a good boss and understand them. And then how to keep people engaged. I always want to remind our team why we're here. So whenever we get really good feedback, we had a speaker go on stage, there was hundreds of people in the audience. They knocked it out of the park and gave some content that was really thought-provoking, inspiring, and it's going to change some action. I think about it like I had a little step or a little bit of impact throughout that process that hopefully changed some people's lives, changed the trajectory of their businesses, maybe created the next big invention. And when I get excited about that, that excitement bleeds over to the rest of our team. And they realize, yeah, we didn't just get a 10 out of 10 on our review score. We actually changed the way that things are happening out there. One of the big conceptions is that, when a speaker goes out and delivers a keynote speech, that everything is going to be either changed and great forever, or everything's going to be just lost the next day. And I think the truth really lies somewhere in the middle, where there are a few people that sit in an audience that are really going to operate their personal lives differently and operate the way they handle themselves at business differently. And that's what keeps me excited about work and getting up in the morning.
I love that. Like you said, just painting the picture, casting the vision, and remembering the impact, because it truly is. You guys are potentially changing lives through the content that speaker is delivering. So,
Yeah.
we always appreciate the experience and the excitement and just how well the event goes by partnering with you guys. So we're forever grateful for that. Aaron, thank you again for your time today, the membership, the support, the partnership. If you could share with the audience where they can find you, your social sites, your phone number.
Absolutely. We can be found on the web at www.capcityspeakers.com. We're also on LinkedIn, so you can find us at Capital City Speakers Bureau. If you want to hit me up directly, my cell phone number, I'm available anytime, part of the job, 217-855-6909, text or call. I just want to say, Michael, thank you for having us on and allowing us to share our story. It is such a niche industry that I think not a lot of people know about, and I certainly didn't know about it even 6 years ago. So happy to share the story and be a part of this.
Thank you, Aaron. Have a great day.
All right. Take care, Michael.
You too.